chaos. Now,
Yes,
hey.
sir. With Cedric's compliments, sir.
What's the catch this time?
No catch, sir. Said he wanted to help the Inquisition. Plus, I think the herbs were going to go off and nobody wanted to buy them.
Light adventurer
Cedric
armor.
wanted people to like him.
Mage only.
Well,
These are like
good
level
enough.
2 stuff. Quick potions. Let's upgrade. Maybe I have enough alchemical ingredients. Healing potions. I still need a Dawn Lotus. Okay. Oh, yes. Increase it by 8 seconds. And the healing as well. 3. Increase healing amount by 3 per second. Okay, I think we can do that. And that. And now I'm pretty much out of elf root.
I think the card is going to be safe if she sticks around.
Wow, what is this? What am I crafting? Oh, Mercy's Crust. These special amulets are respected by the blades of Hasarian. Okay, because I killed the leader there, right? And fashioning them will allow our agents to negotiate with the cultists and perhaps gain some converts to our cause. Okay, so that's how we get them. Very good.
And if
Okay.
they weren't at the stake, well,
Increase our
we didn't say
influence.
anything about Andraste, did we? And she's alright with it.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens.
Nay.
It's a disappointment.
Aye.
I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He
You
seems to
get
be a
along
good
with
man,
wardens.
and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition.
Hmm.
As for the other wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Indeed.
Anything I should know? I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yeah, people like Liliana and Sarah, those are the ones that SHADA would seem like would naturally, and Varric would gravitate towards, right? Being a rogue herself.
There was no word for
Vivienne.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus,
Mhm.
I believe he was called.
Yes.
I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me,
Well, you're here.
why were you at the
You're a
Divine
mage.
Conclave?
This chaos harms everyone. The rebels are apostates. Justice is all that matters. We need the circle restored. The Templars made their beds. Mages should be free. This chaos harms anyone or everyone. The rebels are apostates. Why were you at the Divine Conclave? Some of these are the Templars made their beds. What are you talking about? I know not in the literal sense, but what do you mean exactly? Because a conclave, the place that blew up, that was before I went to Orlais and then discovered the whole thing where that Templar went against me. So I don't know what this chaos harms everyone. What chaos if I was there at the conclave? This was before this whole thing began, right? But I'll go with it.
The war benefits no one.
Oh,
It must end. An order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
and you'll help decide. Their fate is in their hands. And you'll help decide. Well, just
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear.
agreed.
For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
She seems too smart to just simply give in to with the rest of the residents here in thinking I'm the Maker, right? Andraste chose me. No one should have that power. I'll use it to change things. The Chantry will be restored.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
Whoa.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear.
Why would
Don't
you
let me
greatly
keep you.
disapprove of that? Yeah, nice chatting with you, Vivian. That was an odd discussion, but what's in here? Oh, is this? I don't know if I've actually ever been down here. Founding of the Chantry. What treasures can I find? Chantry hierarchy. Oh, hey. It's a good thing I'm a rogue. Oh, how was this locked? The Disciples of Andraste. Oh, this looks like it could be interesting. The Disciples of Andraste are unique in all of history. The cult preceded the Chantry and kept itself so hidden and isolated that it actually survived to modern time, or modern day. The Disciples made their home high in the Frostback Mountains in a village called Haven. Which is now a sanctuary for pilgrims of the Chantry. It is understood that the disciples were descendants of the first followers of Andraste, who brought her ashes to Ferelden and built the temple to house it. Because they had pledged themselves to the keeping of the temple of the sacred ashes, the disciples of Andraste never left the Frostbacks. For 900 years, they kept strangers away, killing all who came close, and were completely oblivious to the world that advanced beyond the boundaries of their home. Wow. Having developed separately from the traditions of the Andrastian Chantry, the disciples were led by revered fathers. However, little else is known about the original beliefs of the disciples, for they had turned from their noble heritage by the time they were discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the centuries-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. Really? This practice likely led to a greater incidence of madness, which may explain why the cult was, at the time of its discovery in 930, worshipping a high dragon. Remember that? They thought that high dragon was Andraste, according to the writings. So all those were inbreds that was fighting. Those like the equivalent of like hillbillies from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or even like Wrong Turn, or what is it? Hills Have Eyes, right? The disciples of Andraste showed reverence to the dragon, believing it to be the prophet reborn. The egg clutches and draglings of the dragon were afforded great honor for being Andraste's offering, and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. That's why. In 930 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero of Ferelden, from the first game, who was on a quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. Wow, that made history. Bride of the Maker. Oh, honest. Wonder if it's something good. The Black City, because, you know, it was behind a locked door, a locked gate. Dawn Lotus. It doesn't just go to my codex, huh? Right. Okay, I actually have to find books on them. Dawn Lotus, which is what I needed, but now I think I'm short on elf root. Oops, I keep hitting the V, thinking it's... It's the B to scan. Okay, here we go. See, when I was a mage, I couldn't get to this. Misplaced notes came loose from a ledger. It took weeks scrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One of two things is true: either stone is more porous than I thought, or a maker's beard. There must have been a lot of blood. How many people died? I'm so relieved I didn't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and floors. This doesn't clean up in a day or two. I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place. And while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writing that looks like Brother Ferdinand Javintius. I remember him. He was held here for weeks before the hero Ferelden found him. Oh, this is nice. I like being able to pick these locks. I think the way I was able to pick it, was I have to talk to someone that was able to do it, like Varric or Sarah, and they would come down with me. I think that's how I eventually figured that out. Unless I'm thinking that's a different game. Nothing in here. Okay. That's cool.
Thank you for all that you are doing to help.
Mother Giselle?
You return.
Aye.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
Well, other than a history lesson, which I don't need right now.
Farewell.
Nothing.
Make her go with you.
That can't be it. Perhaps Leliana was... Oh, that seems unlikely. How can... Oh,
very
hello,
good.
Mistress Kadash.
Hello. Anything to report?
Something on your mind, Ambassador?
You could say that. I was speaking with Leliana
And?
well, we discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald of Andraste.
His idea shocking? Good luck with them. Try quoting the chant. It's nothing to do with me. We discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald. Good luck with them. Oh, okay. Good luck with them. Okay.
Tell them stranger things have happened. The Maker moves in mysterious ways, and all that.
Yes, he certainly does.
Indeed.
Leliana was telling me rumors that... It sounds preposterous, but... There are stories circulating that you were part of a criminal organization. The Dwarven
Oh, yeah.
Cartel.
About that. I'm sorry, she was right. I was dreading this. I was. Yeah.
I am. Or I was. Until the Conclave.
I was hoping... Oh, dear.
Yeah,
Were you
I
only
know.
smuggling at least? Exchanging a few goods on the surface?
Yeah, sure. That's not your business. Why the surface? It was more violent than that. That's about right. Don't get judgmental. Ah, yeah.
I
that's
was
about
the
right.
buyer for fancy surface goods we sold to rich dwarven houses.
Yeah, so I wasn't that
Long
bad.
hours, but peaceful compared to most Carter work.
Well, that is a relief. Perhaps we could make your former occupation sound... less unsavory.
Yeah, please.
I'll handle the subject of your past carefully, Herald.
Okay.
I'm sure you can't miss that life.
Right, I can't. So that makes it not sound so bad and makes the transition from being bad to good a lot more plausible, right? I'm hoping you like bad girls. Sure I do. I was good at it. The Carta was a dead end. Ooh. I have a couple of choices, but I mean, I think I'd rather bang Sarah, right? A dwarf and an elf. I miss my comrades. I won't miss the brutality. I miss the routine. It was a dead end. Sure I do. I was good at it. Sure I do. I was good at it. I'm hoping you like bad girls. Yeah.
Carter, life is as short as it is hard. You don't make long-range plans. I have a chance at a future with the Inquisition.
There we go.
If things go well, I'm sure you'll find it rewarding. Thank you for your time, Herald. I hope
Yeah.
you find life more peaceful here.
Thank you. Thank you for carving out a bit of my history.
Though you had granted them power,
Okay.
though they sang
Summon council. Send some of my people out on some more missions. Oh, hey. Okay, we'll get back to that.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Utilize the Grey Warden treaties. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied with the Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we've managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Oh, what is this? Griffin robes. Very nice. Ah, mischief, not malevolence. The servants involved were dismissed, and we've a minor reward for the effort. Gold. Very good. Okay, let's just collect these first. That's available. Oh yeah, life ward amulet. Right, you're investigating that old temple, right? Where they were worshipping the dragon. It's incredible how many passages remained undiscovered, even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of these mountains for years in search of anything related to these sacred ashes. The cult didn't build all of this. It was here long before. Who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contains strange ruins we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove useful. Ah, this is where I have to go, right? Yeah, this is part of the main But yeah, let's go ahead and see this. Ruffles. I need a favor. Actually, let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that the Heart in Hightown 3, the repunching, appeared in print from an Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best I could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was at Pyril Bellenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contracts with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more than the guild. Yeah, sure. If this author has evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him. Could ask a friend in Antiva City to look into this matter, I suppose. Okay, before we get into that, rescue missing soldiers. Okay, let's see what they can do here. Choose a successor in Leeds, or Lides. The duchy will go to the 3 members of the dead Duke's family, all of whom have possible claims to the position due to the complex nature of Orlesian politics. His cousin, Carolina, already a duchess by marriage, his daughter Monet, whose claim is muddied by her youthful naivete, and the fact that her father pushed her into a life of service into the Chantry after his wife's death, likely to protect her from the dangers of the game, and his brother, Duke Gaspard, an ambitious and cunning man who has been searching for power. Carolina is capable and overly invested in overseeing Lides personally. Monet would be the most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat if he succeeds his brother. Any of these candidates could become a valuable ally to the Inquisition, but the other 2 must be removed. So here we go. I can destroy Carolina's marriage with 4 words and a proper glove left on the proper table. Monet would do better in the Chantry than in the game. I can see that she is encouraged to take vows. Jean Gaspard is a cavalier and capable military leader. If we want him removed, I dare say we might recruit him for ourselves. Capable and not overly invested in overseeing Lides personally. Most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Okay, so maybe Monet we don't really need. Duchy will go to one of the 3 members of the dead Duke's family, all of whom have possible claims to the position due to the complex nature of Orlesian politics. His cousin, Carolina, already a duchess by marriage. Any of the 3 candidates would become a valuable ally to the Inquisition, but the other 2 must be removed from play first. Capable and not overly invested in overseeing Lides personally. Capable military leader. If you want him removed, this seems like kind of in the game. The Chantry. Duke Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat if he succeeds his brother. Why don't we recruit him ourselves, right? Seems like the better choice. Could be present and could present a threat if he succeeds his brother. We might recruit him for ourselves.
To work?
Or surely you would have never been seen with them. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her closest advisors and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos on her orders. That it was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale, which is Liliana, right, who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry, cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellions and Templars in a single stroke to save our reputation. You must escape this acquaintance immediately. Deepest concerned. You would have taken 15 minutes. We need the support of the nobles to combat this rumor. I can arrange a few key visits. Proving the Divine's death would just be used against us. We need to find the source of this rumor, and I'm pretty sure take him out. Let's do this in a diplomatic way. We'll have Josephine take care of that.
Let us begin.
And now that that's being done, so we can help out, it'll leave Liliana to help out Varric. And she seems to be the quickest, so okay.
Let's see what we have.
Now, let's go ahead and do this. I have enough. Perfect. Ooh. Ooh. Choosing to Templars will make it impossible to work with the mages. Liliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of the Orlais influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, traveling to Therenfell Redoubt and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlais. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. Templars, but I don't see... Secret of Andraste. Okay, that's that one that we're talking about from that last mission, right? Find someone that can translate some of these. Investigate the shards. Oh, I want the mages then. How? How come I don't have that as a choice? I don't get it.